Hello whiskey lovers, and welcome to another one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings. Well, I say whiskey rambling, but it's not entirely correct, because today I would like to talk to you about gin. Now, there's still a link to the whiskey world, because this is the Botanist, and that is a gin that is produced on the Isle of Islay. Islay is, of course, the mecca of the peaty whiskey. But at Bruichladdich, the Islay distillery, they produce this, the Botanist gin. What is so special about the Botanist is that it contains many more botanicals than you are used to. Bottom shelf gin, for example, has 4, maybe 6 botanicals. There's a couple of unique botanicals that are used in every gin. But for the Botanist, they have foragers that go out on the Isle of Islay to well, collect other botanicals to put in here. And the Botanist has no less than, listen to this, 31 botanicals in there, of which 22 are local botanicals from the Isle of Islay, from the shores of Islay, from the rocky outcroppings, etc., etc. So that makes this, the Botanist, quite unique in the sense of depth and flavor, and that's what you're going to find out today. The Botanist is distilled not in a pot still, but in a Lomond type still. The Bruichladdich distillery, in fact, has a Lomond type still that they bought from an old grain distillery, the Inverleven complex. They called that the Ugly Betty. And Ugly Betty is used to produce the Botanist gin. The gin is distilled very, very slowly. 17 hours it takes to distill the Botanist gin, which is quite long for a gin. Anyway, it is bottled at 46% ABV, and it is non-chill filtered. That's what it says on the bottle. And those, of course, are terms that you would rather associate with whiskey instead of gin. Nevertheless, bottled at 46% ABV and non-chill filtered. Right. This is the old bottle. There were 15,000 released the first time around. Nowadays, it's in a newer bottle, a round bottle, in fact, in which the names of the botanicals are blown into the glass of the bottle. Quite nice, but to be honest, I really like the look, the very sturdy look of this bottle. I quite like it. Well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, isn't it? All right, now let's give this one a go. Well, clearly, as this is gin, it is uncolored. It has not been touched by wood of any kind, so it is clear as water. But make no mistake, it's no water. It is quite complex on the nose. You get the typical juniper berries, you get citrus, you get some licorice. But in this case, I also get some lemongrass. Loads of floral elements like elderflowers, heather, chamomile. Loads of grasses and herbs and stuff. There's even a touch of mint, and it smells quite creamy, in fact. This is very soft and very intriguing on the palate. Here again, the juniper berries and loads of citrus are in the lead, but underneath you can find this beautiful layer of coriander, loads of spices actually, but coriander is the, oh, orange peel. This is almost Cointreau. Wow, very, very creamy, very nice. It tingles in your mouth. This is, as gin goes, this is quite a complex beast. I love it already. Well, I'm not sure if you can speak of a finish on a gin, but in this case, it has got quite a nice finish. As I exhale, I get all these spices that really tingle in the back of your mouth. This is quite nice. Well, as gins go, this is quite complex. As opposed to, I've only had a few. I'll be honest. Actually, I know nothing. I know absolutely nothing about gin, except the fact that I've tried a few, like 3 or 4 maybe, which is nothing. There's a whole plethora of gins out there. But when compared to bottom shelf gin, no offense, but when compared to bottom shelf gin, this is quite outstanding. This is quite another drink than just an ordinary gin. And that's why this gin is also very apt to be had like this, neat. It's quite nice. It's sweet, citrusy, creamy, spicy. It's got everything to please the taste buds. But when you say gin, you say gin and tonic, right? So I'll go get my gear and let's create a beautiful gin and tonic. Oh no. No, don't touch your computer. There's nothing wrong with your computer. It's my microphone that's acting up again. Well, no worries, nobody has died or anything, so I'll just walk you through it like this. The first thing that you're going to need to make a nice gin and tonic, of course, is a big glass with some ice cubes in it. Just stir the ice cubes around, flick from the wrist. Stir them around until you get the nice film on your glass. That means the glass has been nicely cooled. And then you have to get rid of the excess water. There you go. Now when I add my gin, I'm no mixologist, so I do not use a jigger or anything. I just pour from the wrist about 3 centiliters of gin. Now before adding your tonic, and by the way, I use the Fever Tree Indian tonic water because I find that to be very well balanced. But before adding the tonic, add some ingredients to spice up your drink. Have some lime in there, have some lemon in there. But also, one of the things that I found to be very nice in my gin and tonic is some cucumber. I kid you not, a slice of cucumber, just cut it in 4 small pieces and then slice with a potato peeler, slice a bit of the skin from your cucumber and add that to the gin and tonic as well. Now that this is done, now you can add the tonic. Now you can use any type of tonic you like, of course, but I do prefer it to be a very good tonic, which is the Fever Tree, because it is well balanced, not too bitter, and very sparkly, which is very nice for a gin and tonic. Once you've done that, all you need to do then is add your finishing touch, which is a slice of lime on the side of the glass, and then you're done. You're finished. That's it. And then you have a nice gin and tonic. My favorite gin and tonic is this one, the Botanist with Fever Tree tonic. And I'm really, really excited to find out more about these types of drink as well. And if you are too, let me know. And maybe from time to time we'll do another type of whiskey rambling. We'll do another spirit rambling. Let's put it that way. But in the meantime, beautiful gin and tonic. My favorite gin and tonic is 30% the Botanist, 70% Fever Tree tonic, with some local lime and cucumber in there. Don't forget your ice cubes. And that, my friends, is all for this whiskey gin rambling. Hope to see you again real soon. Until then, may the gin be with you.